What is up, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to the CHGO Bulls podcast. Coming to you live from Victory Burger here at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, baby.
Why are we here?
We here at Victory Burger at Circa Resort Casino, Las Vegas. Today's CHGO Bulls Summer League coverage brought to you by our dear friends at Shady Rays.
Shady Rays?
Go to ShadyRays.com. Use that promo code CHGO for 50% off. 2+ pairs of premium
Plus
polarized shades. Get them on your face.
Try it for yourself.
Try it for yourself. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. Joined by my guys here in Vegas, Big Dave, Bow, BAWL Sports, and Will the GOAT Gottlieb. Will_Gottlieb.
It's really him.
He got a quaffed from a fan of ours at the arena yesterday.
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah.
He did?
Yeah, Richie. Remember Richie?
I do remember Richie.
Yeah,
Richie
shout
came
out
up to you
Richie.
guys.
Shout out.
And he was like, "Oh, Matt, Big Dave, how's it going? I love your show." And I was kind of standing off to the side, and then he was like, "Is that the quaff?"
Is that the quaff? Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes, it was
Do
the
you see
quaff.
what you
My
guys have
job
done?
is done,
Do you
yes.
see what you have done?
My job is done. I've done it all, sir, and I'm quite happy about it. Look what I've done to you. Not
That
just
is
the
me
GOAT,
now.
but the Quaff King on top of that.
That is me now. I
Yes,
hope you
it
know
is,
that.
man. Oh, how dare you have amazing hair. How dare you, sir.
I haven't heard anyone call him Will in months.
It's been a while, huh?
It's just
It's just
Quaff.
Quaff? It's just young Quaff?
I don't have a real- I don't have a name.
Quaffadopolis. That's how he rolls. That's how he roll, baby.
Guys,
Tight with it.
how cool is this?
Pretty damn awesome, man.
How cool
Pretty
is
damn
this?
Awesome,
Here
man.
in Vegas, Bulls played and won their first Summer League game
That's a good
yesterday.
thing.
We will talk about that in a minute, but can we just take a second to admire how awesome this sports book behind us is?
Yeah, man. This is pretty cool, bro. Like, seriously, it's always here in all these screens. This is what you want in your house.
And
Dude,
the Cubs are on.
honestly.
It's perfect.
And the
we
Cubs
got
are
the
on,
Cubs
yes.
playing behind us. Shout out to our CHGO Cubs crew back at home.
They getting
but
stomped, but shout out to
they
them,
are
though.
not here, and I feel sorry for them.
Yes.
Because this here is
Allie.
really, really cool.
No one else saw that, just you guys.
Hi, Allie.
Hey, Allie.
Hello.
Shout out to our wonderful production
Yes.
crew here with us in Vegas.
We are
Dude,
children.
the All-City NBA family is together. We
It's
had
so
a
good to
wonderful
see 'em,
dinner
bro.
last night at
Yeah.
Carmine. Shout
Yeah.
out to the great staff at Carmine. Shout out to Corey,
Yes.
Yeah,
who
Corey.
is a
Yes.
part of the Carmine staff, who
Yes.
came up to us as he was giving us our to-go bags. He was like, hey, watch your show. Love you
Isn't
guys.
that wild, bro?
Love you
That's
too, Corey.
amazing.
He did.
He just
yeah,
came
he
up
showed
and
us
he was
he
like,
watches- Allie,
"I'm
he
from
said he
Chicago. I
watches
love
all
your
the
show." He's
time.
like,
That's
"Matt, Will, Big
incredible.
Dave."
Man. He
He
said he
actually
loves it.
did call me Will, so shout out to you.
Shout out to him.
okay.
He called him Will.
Very
Yes,
nice.
he did
Use
call
my,
him that.
my real name. Thank
Only
you.
the OGs know the real name.
Yeah, this is true.
But yes, he's a fan. That's cool, bro. It's just really, really cool.
It
when you
is
come out to
cool.
cities you don't live in and people
Dude.
know just who you are.
Bulls Nation is everywhere.
Yeah, bro. They
We
roll
know
deep.
this.
We
It's
roll
wild.
deep, baby.
Vegas, Paris, don't matter.
It don't matter.
Bulls fans are everywhere.
Yes, it's awesome, man.
Before we get to the Bulls, have you dealt with the fact that you got re-addicted to roulette last night?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm okay.
I was there with you. It seemed like you did pretty well.
Oh yeah, I'm cool. What am I up? I'm up 76.
Must be nice.
I'm up 76. So yeah, I'm doing good.
Nice.
I'm good. I tried blackjack. I hung out with Saul.
Also, it happened again. Will was like, all right, guys, I'm calling it a night, and left. And the next round of roulette that Dave and I played, we both put money on 23.
I mean, the very next
and
round.
it hit.
This is now a
Vegas
thing,
hates
Will.
me.
That happened last year,
One
too.
time it's coincidence. 2 times is a thing. It's a
Vegas
thing,
hates me.
Will.
Not only did you guys get the Jordan era,
Yes.
you also get 23.
Yeah, see,
roulette.
and that's the problem.
And I
You
get
got to
nothing.
understand it. See, we
I
always
gave,
know.
I gave my $100 to the
you
to
putting
the
it
nice,
on. Who you
to
putting?
the nice people at the Golden Nugget.
Yep, they are nice people, man. But I played blackjack. See, I was hanging out with Saul for a minute.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, come sit with me. Come play blackjack." I was like, "Cool." So I played it, and then I had one hand where I hit, and everybody told me not to hit and I hit anyway, and I won, and I was the man. I was the man for like 3 seconds, and that's why I don't like blackjack, because it's a high for like 3 seconds and then immediately low right
Unlike
after that.
roulette, where it's a high for
you can hold it.
3.5 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you can hold it for a while while she's taking the pieces off and all that. You can celebrate and all that stuff.
All right.
Not in blackjack. There's no celebration. As soon as you win, next
Blackjack's
card.
coming at you.
Yes, it's coming hard, man. So that's not my game. But roulette definitely is my game, man. And I enjoyed it. I had a great time, man, hanging out with this guy right here.
We will be back at those roulette tables after the Bulls game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
4 p.m. tip-off local time, so that's 6 p.m. tip-off for all you out there in Chicago.
Yes.
Bulls, Grizzlies, we'll talk about that in a bit. Shout out to everybody hanging out with us in the comments. Chirac Bobby and Brad Simpson both saying it was cool seeing you on TV behind that Mark Eversley interview happening mid-game yesterday, Dave.
Listen, I'm sitting there, right, and I pulled out my phone, and I was like, why do I have like 85 replies? Like, I thought a trade happened. I really did. I was like, oh, snap, what happened to Zach? That was my first thought. And
yes,
then,
Big Dave, you've been traded to PHNX. It's a 1-for-1 swap with Espo.
For Espo, yes. But, dude, we did, and I looked at it, and I'm like, wow, 85, and all I see is my face. And everybody like, hey, that's Big Dave back there. And I told Will, and Will was like, yeah, I took the picture. And then everybody is sending it to me.
I took a picture of DeMar and Caruso and Pat sitting courtside to show that they were there supporting Dalen.
Yes.
And you were like right in the background.
I was.
And like nobody cared about the picture of the players. They were all just like, Dave, Big Dave.
It's true. They did. Thank y'all for the love, man. I appreciate it, man.
I mean, none of them have the celebrity that Big Dave does.
Oh, I'll take their money over that celebrity every day. Every single day. Do you see the chains that man had on? Checks. All right? Checks. That man is doing all right. Yeah, man. But that was cool. It was just seeing that kind of love. You know I love love. It was just seeing that kind of love, man, and people showing it to me. It was awesome.
I think Big Dave said hi to roughly 80% of the people in Vegas yesterday. Not just at the Thomas & Mack Arena. Every person that is in the city of Las Vegas, 80% of them got a hi and a hug from Big Dave yesterday.
It's fair. 85.
It's true. He was just like walking past the security guards and he was like, you look lovely today. So good to see you. Like long lost friends.
It's me, bro. Like it's me.
I'm always amazed. I know what's going to happen. I'm still amazed.
Right. You know what's going down. I know it's coming. It's like, it's like a great basketball player, I guess. Seeing it in action, bro. But no, it's fun, bro. Like it's
casual comparison to
a
great basketball player.
Notice I didn't say a name, because if I said Jordan, y'all would have been on me on that. I didn't say any name. I was just a good, who's in his element and having a good fourth quarter. That's all I was doing. Having a good fourth. If I could just show people love and do that stuff like that, I'm happy. And it was just cool to do that, man, to see those people. Like, it was fun.
Are you saying that you're challenging DeMar for his title of King of the Fourth?
Never.
Okay.
Never. That man got a shirt. Never. He wins.
Check it out at the CHGO merch locker.
Yes, correct.
Boom.
Check it out, baby.
All right, let's talk a little bit of hoops, I suppose.
Yeah.
Bulls beat the Raptors yesterday. 83-74 was the final.
Yeah.
In a riveting, high-scoring affair.
Yeah.
I feel like we can't brush this under the rug and just address the elephant in the room. Mm-hmm. The guy that most Bulls fans were excited to see play this weekend, their second-round draft pick from Tennessee, Julian Phillips, was a last-second scratch.
Yeah.
A DNP because, per Bulls PR, he and the Bulls have not come to terms on his contract yet, his rookie-scale contract. Mm-hmm. And so he and his camp decided, out of an abundance of caution, that until that gets done, that he wasn't going to play in yesterday's game.
Yeah.
Does that concern you or worry you at all, Will? Is that was that a surprise? I mean, we got the word 5 minutes before tip-off.
Yeah, it was a little weird, the timing. I also kind of think they probably wouldn't have told us any sooner anyway. Like, it just seems like that was going to be, when you are at a normal game and they tell you, like, this is going to be the starting lineup, these are the late scratches. So it didn't really surprise me from a timing standpoint, but the fact that it hasn't gotten done, I wouldn't say concerning. It seemed like, from what Bulls PR was telling us, that it is going to happen pretty soon, that it's just not finalized yet. So John Bryant, the coach, said he expects Julian to play at some point before Summer League's over. Hopefully we get to see him today. That's really one of the more exciting pieces of this Bulls Summer League team.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely a little bit disappointing to get out there, be ready to go, and then 2 minutes before tip,
Yeah.
learn that he wasn't going to be out.
And I think that's the word, disappointing more than concerning.
Yeah.
You know, you just really want to see him out there because, it's a second-round pick. The contract's going to get done. But he was one of the guys I truly wanted to see. Like, he's the Bulls' only draft pick in the draft. Nobody thought they would have picks for. You traded 2 picks to get him. So you want to see him out there and what he can do for the team and probably quell some of the concerns of Bulls fans, at least for a day or two. However, some will. But you want to do those things and get out there on the floor. This kind of magnifies it a little bit because Bulls Nation, how we roll. You know what I mean? They're going to be concerned. But it's just good to get this done and get this out the way. I do also like the fact that Coach Bryant said that he expects it to be done because this is the summer league coach. You know what I mean? So if he's speaking about it, saying he expects it to be done, that lends credence to the fact that Bulls fans should chill and this should be okay.
And he has been working out with the team. He's been practicing, so it's not like he's just like off to the side completely. He was on the bench just.
But I mean, that's the part that was so frustrating because we were sitting there baseline in those media seats and the Bulls bench is right here, and I see him right there in street clothes. And it's like a kid who has that present under the tree, but you can't, tear off the wrapping yet. You're there. You're right there.
Right there.
Put on some shorts and some sneakers and go play.
But from his standpoint, you haven't gotten the contract signed. You're a rookie, second-round pick. The money's not quite as good as it would be if you're a first-round pick. There is the new second-round rookie exception that teams are able to give. So he's probably, a little bit worried about, I'm going to go out there and get hurt. Then they're not going to give me this contract. It's not signed yet, so I don't want to put too much pressure on myself and potentially risk losing out on that money. So I totally understand it from his perspective, but from a fan's perspective, definitely a little bit disappointing.
Word, definitely.
Rich in the comments said, could mean they have other stuff cooking. Maybe we see where the money is after another signing or two.
Here's another thing about why I think they traded into the second round to get him.
Okay.
Those second round picks are going to be a lot cheaper than your normal veterans minimum for a guy who's been in the league for 6, 7, 8, 9 years, right? So that is a money-saving contract. I think that's part of the value of doing that. So the team wants to get him at a low number, like $1.1 million, and he probably wants to get up a little bit higher, and so they're just, trying to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and I think they will. I think it'll happen.
Definitely
soon.
will.
I hope so. I mean, I'm doubting that it happens between now and 4 p.m. local time, which is less than 4 hours from now when the Bulls tip off against the Grizzlies.
Right.
I want it. I want to watch him play.
Right. You want to watch him play.
I want to watch him play.
Especially since we're here. We want to see it live.
Right.
We want to see it happen.
Obviously, also for Julian Phillips, just hope he gets the terms of his contract that he wants.
Yeah, correct.
That's right, Amari Green. Summer Peck has finally arrived.
Oh,
it is
look at
1,008 degrees here in sunny Las Vegas. I was miserable yesterday.
I was cool.
Sun went down, still hot as balls. Yeah. What is up with
Who
this
are we
city?
talking? Oh, Sam Smith. When we were chatting before
That's a flex.
the post game.
What up, Sam?
You were like, it's 110 degrees. I don't know how you. We were talking about golfing, and Sam's a big golfer. I don't know how you could golf at 110 degrees. He's like, well, it's only 106. And I was like, yeah, it's 106.
It's 106, Sam.
Shout out.
Old people like
Shout
warm
out
weather,
to Sam,
though.
who I can
Shout out to
guarantee
Sam.
you is not watching this show. Right
Yes.
now.
Probably not.
Shout out to him. I called his name. He like, hey, I know you. He saw the hair. He understood who I was. I was like, my guy. Shout out Sam Smith, man.
Still bugs me out that we can occasionally talk to Sam Smith.
Isn't it?
That man is a
Every
legend.
time I see him, I just want to tell him how much he inspires me. Like, every time I see him, I'll be like, let me stop. I've said it a million times to
I
him. Let me
read
stop
his
doing
book cover to cover when I was 6 years old and barely knew the alphabet.
He's the man, dog.
I see people in the comments talking about Dalen. Somebody, I think it was C-Red UK, asked Big Dave, when you met Dalen yesterday, who had more energy?
When I met Dalen, who had more energy?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You were Dalen.
I think I did because he had just finished the game. And he was like, who is this dude bothering me? You know what I'm saying, after the game, which is understandable. But he was very accommodating, very cool. You know what I mean? He was all right. And I was just like, dang, I love your game. You're awesome, bro. Like, I like the fact what you're adding to your game and all that stuff. And he was like, right on. So took a picture. He was cool. It was all right. Shout out Dalen Terry, man.
Speaking of Big Dave being a big Dalen fan, Dalen led the Bulls in minutes yesterday in their win, 32 minutes as a starter.
Yep.
Did not shoot particularly well, and he addressed that and admitted as much in his post-game remarks. 10 points on 4 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 behind the three-point line. Did chip in a lot of other ways, grabbed 6 boards, dished out 4 assists, had 3 steals with that crazy Dalen defensive energy.
Yeah.
also had 3 turnovers. To me, that is what I took away. You know, no knock on enjoying watching Dalen play yesterday, but I still, when you talk about him getting real minutes in the NBA level, his ball handling to me was a pretty, I don't know. I was worried about it when I was watching it yesterday.
That's understandable. It's not. He still has work to do on it. Like, that's a fact. You know, that and the shooting. But I'll tell you what I did. I like the form that he has now when he's taking his threes. Like, it's more confident.
It does feel like he's pulled his elbow in a little bit.
Yeah.
Got his hand under the ball a little bit more. He had such a weird release.
He
but
did.
He's definitely working on it.
But I like the fact what he's doing now. So I appreciated that. 2, I think Dalen's one of those guys that when there was another player on the other team talking to him, he changed his game, you know, kind of differently in the fourth quarter. When the guy started talking and chirping, he was like, "Oh, we doing this now? Okay, bet." And he was on it. I also like the fact that he came out in the second half and looked better. He looked better in the second half. He realized, I'm kind of, in the malaise right now. I'm not turning it over a little bit more. I'm getting these foul calls. He made adjustments, and I like that kind of thing. You don't stay the same when something's not working. And the passes that he made, that pass he had in the fourth quarter, the length of the floor all the way down to, I don't remember who he passed it to.
It was a look-away pass,
but
too.
it was a steal by him as well. Remember, he stole the ball. He got it, look away all the way the length of the floor with the pass for the easy layup. Yeah, I was yelling at him then. I was yelling, like, let's go, dang. I was yelling, dog, at that point. But I like that. But you're right. Like, the ball handling, him just having the ball all the time.
Yeah.
His handle definitely needs work, bro.
Not that we expect him to have, heavy ball handling duties and, that being a big responsibility when he does find his way into Billy Donovan's rotation, but it's something that's noticeable.
Well, that was one of the knocks on him coming out of the draft, right? It was like he doesn't really have the shake to be able to get by guys off the dribble. And, he's obviously put a lot of work into his handle, but he's got a ways to go.
Right.
I think it comes out in the form of, like, trying to finish around the rim. That the touch isn't quite there, trying to get by guys off the dribble, like I said. He's got some room to improve, but I don't think this is not going to be the role that he plays with the NBA Bulls, right?
True.
Like, so I think they're trying to stretch him. They're trying to see what he can do. They're trying to put the ball in his hands, see what kind of decisions he can make. He said as much after the game that he felt a little sped up. Did not like the way that he played. But I think that these are the kind of reps he needs. This is the opportunity he has to stretch his game and try to expand what he can do, showcase the things that he has been working on. And I think he'll get better game to game. Like you said, Dave, he kind of snapped out of it in the second half and started to look a little bit better. They did take the ball out of his hands and put it back into Javon Freeman Liberty's hands, which he looked really good.
He did. He did.
But I think for me, that's the biggest area of concern and focus for Dalen. I thought he was really good defensively. I thought he moved the ball pretty well. It's just a matter of, like, being able to create that advantage that I think he struggles with.
What do you guys think about Dalen's frame? Like, we know he's doing these grueling workouts with DeMar this summer in the offseason. He's always, like, he came into the league as a pretty wiry, thin player. I loved the aggression he had attacking the basket several times yesterday, but he struggled to finish at the rim, and I'm wondering if that's more about his technique and his finesse and his touch at the rim, or if it's about a lack of strength, because he did not finish at the rim very well. I loved his aggression going to the rim, but he didn't finish at the rim very well. Do you guys want to see Dalen put a little bit more on that frame?
Yeah, if he can get bigger, cool. But if he can get leaner and tighter, that's cool as well. Like, there are a lot of guys in the league, like Kevin Durant, who don't have all the bulk, but they're strong. You know what I mean? So if he can get that kind of lean muscle, I'm all right with that if you don't want to put any bulk on. I think the issue, Matt, was him he didn't really have any moves when he got to the rim. I think that was more a concern for me with that. Until the fourth quarter when I saw him when he got angry, he just did this crazy up and under.
That was nice.
Yeah, and put it in. Like, that was dope. But I just think he doesn't have the moves yet, you know what I mean, to do it that way. But I think if he gets leaner, I'll be okay. He doesn't really have to get bulky, but probably leaner. That would be helpful.
The thing that's difficult is he's not playing off a jump shot, right? Like, they're not going to respect him and play up on him.
Yeah.
Right.
And if he's not able to break guys down, it's tough to get all the way downhill.
Right.
So he's trying to finish through guys as opposed to
getting him to bite
them
on a pump fake and then beating him. Yeah.
So he's not, like, getting an advantage on the way to the rim. He's finishing into contact. That's a tough thing to do. I think he looked better in the second half, but that's where the ball handling. If you're not going to be able to shoot at a high level, you need to really have tight ball handling really be able to break guys down, and then you've got the advantage going to the rim.
Yeah.
So the fact that he isn't quite there with either of those things, I think just makes it really hard.
Right.
That's a good point.
Rocky Rosado and Throne Hat in the
All right,
comments.
Rocco!
What up, Throne Hat? Also agree that Dalen should be doing some squats as part of his off-season workouts with Tamar. Meanwhile, AJ Cat said, I just want to see Dalen take what's given to him. I feel like he's too often trying to force something. And that's kind of what you were saying. Like,
that was
and
him in
Dalen
the first half. Yeah.
said as much in his post-game comments. He said, like, the game slowed down for me a little bit in the second half. I was too sped up in the first half, just trying to create and trying to make things happen.
Yeah, and it was definitely, you could see it. You could see he was just really trying. He wanted to make an impression. He's got, DeMar and Pat and Zach. He's got all the guys sitting there. He's talking to those guys during that time as well while it's going on. So he wants to make that impression. And remember, that's when all his fouls came. Were pretty much in that first half. I believe he had one foul in that second half. But, yeah, once he calmed down and actually I shouldn't say believe in himself, but it just, like you said, slowed down for him.
Right.
And it kind of chilled. Then he got a little bit better. Then you saw a little better Dalen Terry.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, more thoughts on the Bulls' win in their Summer League debut yesterday. We'll touch on Justin Lewis, who made his return after that ACL surgery recovery. I see people in the comments wanted us to also touch on Yago dos Santos. He had a pretty fun game yesterday, knocked down some threes. We'll get to all that and more on the other side of the break. While we're sharing these words from our friends and sponsors, do us a quick, simple favor. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching along on YouTube. Helps us out a lot. And, of course, if you aren't already, hit the subscribe button as well to make sure you're subscribed to CHGO Sports on YouTube to get alerts every time we go live. Like right now. Victory Burger at Circa Resort and Casino. What?
We're here. What?
Big
and
Dave,
they let us in. Yo.
Who are we shouting out first today?
First and foremost, look at this human being right here.
The
Look
Quaff?
at him. Look at the Quaff King
Look at the Quaff!
right here. Look how it's happening
I
for
thought
him.
we might be done with Quaff
Looks
for today,
awesome.
but no.
You thought it was over?
But
It's
no,
never
we're still
over.
going.
Never over.
Dude, wait
Look at
till
him.
we get to Stadium Swim. Quaff is going to be every other word out of my mouth.
Look at him, ladies
Might
and
just
gents.
be a show for you two.
So I can just talk about me. I could
skip
do
that
that, Will. I don't mind talking about Mason. I look like that's nothing wrong with either, sir. But I want to point out the Quaff King. But also, what also makes him look awesome? Bird Dog. Bird Dog right there, baby. Because Bird Dog, simply put, makes you look good. So we put that Quaffness along with some Bird Dogs, bow. You got a more awesome human being, ladies and gentlemen. And you can be that too. Because Bird Dogs has the stretch khaki shorts designed for a slimmer fit. I love that. Through your thighs. Because you might have the big thighs right there. The gams. As he knows, I like to call them the gams. And the legs to give you that truly sculpted look. They do the same things as the Lululemon, but they fit way, way better, man. They fit better than the regular shorts that are made of that stiff, restricting cotton. I like to move. Got to have the smoothness right here. You see all this right there? Got to be right. Got to be right, man. Bird Dogs fixed this issue by inventing the cloud knit fabric that looks just like khaki but stretches so you get a way slimmer fit without having to sacrifice movement, because you got to move out here, man. You got to be right. So this is what I need you to do. First of all, look at this man, because he likes that. Matt rocks khaki shorts all the time. He's going to be right. He loves that, sir. But after you do that and finish staring in the amazement of this human being,
The amazement.
go to birddogs.com/CHGO. Put in that promo code CHGO. Get yourself a free Yeti-style tumbler with your order. You heard what I said. Free.
Yeti tumbler?
Free, sir. birddogs.com/CHGO or the promo code CHGO for a free Yeti style tumbler. You won't want to take your Bird Dogs off. That is a promise. Bird Dog. Woof, woof. Woof, woof.
Today's CHGO Bulls also brought to you by our friends at Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary.
Sunnyside
I hope
Industry.
everybody in Chicago and everywhere in Illinois had an awesome Sunnyside Friday yesterday. Vegas, it feels like a Sunnyside Friday every minute
day.
of every hour of
Yes.
every day that
Yes.
we're here. Sunnyside is your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping, a place where all kinds of visitors are welcome to explore, discover, and purchase a wide array of high-quality products. They've got everything you need to elevate your summer, and it's your one-stop shop for all your cannabis needs. They offer easy online ordering and in-store pickup. Plus, they offer their great transparent loyalty program that they call Sunnyside Rewards. It's Illinois' favorite dispensary from the city to the suburbs. Wrigleyville to River North, Champaign to South Beloit. Sunnyside has you
Not
covered.
Beloit.
They got flour, they got tinctures, they got all of that good stuff. Of course, edibles, if that's your preference. Try the Good News gummies. They got little orange chew gummies that are hybrids that I absolutely love.
That's your jam?
Try those.
Okay.
You can get them at any and all of those Sunnyside dispensaries, or you can order on their website. Now through August, head to sunnyside.shop and use that promo code CHGO25 at checkout for 25% off your total order, one use per customer. Not stackable with other promotions. And it's not only for new customers. Anyone can use our CHGO25 promo code. Pick up everything you need to elevate your summer. Have a Sunnyside Friday, have a Sunnyside Saturday, have a Sunnyside Sunday. While you're watching the Bulls play out here in Vegas for Summer League, check it out, sunnyside.shop, promo code CHGO25.
I like it. Sunnyside.
Dude, I could use a little Sunnyside right now
Sunny side of the street.
to just, gear myself back
Get
up
it all
for
right.
day two.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just helps.
Yeah, it does.
You got
That was real right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Sometimes it
Sometimes Sunnyside. Sometimes it just helps.
It just does. It just does.
That's what it do, baby. Medicaid the right way and the fun way, ladies and gents.
That's right. All right, guys. You want to talk about Justin Lewis for a second?
Let's do
Let's
that.
talk about
Yes.
Justin Lewis.
Come on with it,
So,
Will.
I mean, next to Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips, I think most Bulls fans, Justin Lewis is the name they were looking at, the guy they were excited to watch, because we all fell in love with him in Summer League games a year ago.
True.
And then, sadly, he suffered an ACL injury that summer and had to go through surgery, recovery, all of that. The Bulls waived him, let him still stick around and use their facilities while rehabbing his injury, and then brought him back in March, re-signed him to one of those two-way contracts, and here he is playing again in Summer League Part 2.
Right.
Kind of a quiet game for him statistically. Coach John Bryant admitted after the game that he was a little bit, rusty, which is to be expected. But I saw him out there, and I was first and foremost glad that he's healthy and playing again.
Facts.
And fell in love with Justin Lewis' potential ceiling all over again, Dave. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear what Will says too on it, but I'll make it quick. I like the way he looked. He's leaner. He's definitely leaner, man, and he has more movement to himself when he's out there. So that I was happy for. Super active on both ends of the floor. I like that as well. The rebounds I was looking at two things. I was seeing the rebounds, and I wanted to see him, if he had any moves in the post. I know he can shoot, a little bit, so I knew that was coming. I know he could dribble a little. I knew those things were coming, but you just want to see those moves in the post because I think those are the things that'll separate him from a lot of other guys. So the rebounds I saw, and I was like, cool. The moves in the post I saw, and I was like, okay, cool. I was happy with what I saw from him, but I feel like I want to see a little bit more. But I understand it's rusty. You know what I mean? I get all that from it. But overall, I just like the way he looked for me. And I was excited about that. Like, okay, Justin Lewis looks comfortable out here playing this game. It didn't look forced for him, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 10 months since he played high-level basketball.
Yeah.
Tore his ACL in October. I thought he looked really good. He had some nice drives, tried to finish through contact, had a steal and a run-out.
That and one was nice.
That was very nice.
Yeah, for real.
He only shot 1 3, which was a little bit surprising because I kind of think of him as more of like a 3-and-D big wing. I think that's kind of the mold that he'll fit into at the NBA level. But for him to put his head down, put the ball on the deck, and attack the basket, I thought was a really good sign. Just showing that there's no side effects in terms of his mental to just be able to get to the basket. I think that's really important. If he does develop a jump shot, I think he was only 34, 35% for his college career. But if he can start to knock that down at a high level, he's going to have those driving lanes.
Yeah,
and so I like to see him putting the ball on the floor and just trying to get to the rim. And like I said, to not really have any concerns about maybe getting through the trees or getting hurt on his way there. I thought that was a really positive sign.
Yeah.
Let's see what John Bryant had to say about him.
And, also the fact he played 22 minutes I thought was key, too. Just to let you know the injury shouldn't be an issue. But watching him play, I felt like when I was watching Zach LaVine come back off his knee injury, like I wasn't concerned. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like not a concern. It was like, okay, he's back. We're fine.
Yeah,
it wasn't even that.
He didn't seem to be favoring
Right,
knee. He didn't
right.
seem to be like gingerly getting up and down. Like he looked like he had a full gait and he was just running and healthy.
Yeah, and I appreciated that. So that wasn't on my mind, and I was just more watching his game and seeing how he developed.
For sure, and I think the mentality part was key as well.
True.
Dalen was kind of talking about after the game, just giving him the advice that you missed a ton of time. Like, don't put too much weight on any one thing you do.
Right.
Just go out there and play. You'll get better and better. John Bryant, he said, it's just one game. I'm telling you by the end of this, he's going to be much better.
I agree.
I think he will be as well.
Yeah.
He also had a really nice block
Yeah.
right into
Oh my
where Matt
God.
and I were sitting.
Yeah.
And he was just like, get that shit out of here. It was awesome. It was just great to see him out there competing.
It was, man. It was real cool to see.
Anthony has a question in the comments. Is Justin Lewis on a two-way contract or against the cap? So, Will, can you clarify that? Is it still yet to be determined what kind of contract Justin Lewis is going to be on if the Bulls do retain him?
Yeah, it was kind of complicated last year. He started out on a two-way. He was undrafted and immediately signed a two-way with the Bulls. And then when he tore his ACL, they removed him from the two-way contract. He stayed around the team and worked out in the Bulls facility for the entire year.
Right.
And then right at the end of the season, after the G League season ended, the Bulls elevated Carlik Jones, G League MVP, and Justin Lewis to two-way contracts. So that was a year-long contract. It's expired. And so we don't know what kind of contract he'll be on now, whether they put him back on a two-way, whether they give him a main roster spot. Still got a couple of spots open before they finish up at 15. We don't know what's happening with Io yet. So it could be 3, could be 2 roster spots remaining. I'm sure they'll look around and see kind of how the rest of free agency shakes out. It would not surprise me if he was on a full NBA deal. I think the two-way is more likely, but I definitely expect him to be with the Bulls next year. So in some form or another, I think he'll be back. I mean, they invested a lot in him. They let him use their facilities. They worked him out. They helped him rehab. I think they're invested in this kid's future.
Yeah, and they should be, man, because we like what we see from him. And again, like, dude, I liked how just faster he looked. You know what I mean? Like, he was playing the small forward position.
He didn't really look like he had missed a ton of time.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, it was rusty, but it wasn't like he was just completely below the athletic bar of everybody else around him.
It wasn't like I need to relearn the game rusty.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like, I just been off. You know what I mean?
And like we talked about last year, I mean, the Bulls team, not only did they struggle with three-point shooting, obviously, they also just didn't have a ton of size.
Yeah.
Dalen was completely out of the rotation. Patrick
Vooch,
Williams was the only player between the heights of 6'7" and 6'10" on the entire roster. So you get Torrey Craig in there, maybe Justin Lewis in there. You get some bigger guys who can shoot. That's the recipe. That's the archetype of player that the Bulls really need.
Yeah.
And I think whether he's in the main roster to start the year or if he's able to develop into that, I think he's going to have a chance to earn some minutes here.
Speaking of, I think we are going to convince one of our friends from PHNX Suns to join us on one of our shows later this weekend to talk about the additions of both Torrey Craig and Javon Carter. Speaking of which, guys, there's a little bit of a Shams bomb here that just hit while we're live on the air.
Okay, hit me.
And it's something that we were talking about on one of our recent shows because Bulls fans are obsessed with this name, and I don't understand.
Okay.
Shams, a few minutes ago, the Phoenix Suns are front runners to sign free agent Bol Bol.
Bol Bol.
Sources tell The Athletic. Rival teams are expecting Bol to sign in the near future with the Suns, who have deepened their roster this offseason.
Yeah.
The Suns have done
If only
so well.
y'all could see the heartbreak that lies deep within me that the Bulls won't be signing Bol Bol. I am crushed
Even as
why
like a
he's got
third
glasses
center,
on.
beyond repair.
That's why he's
third
got
center on
glasses.
the minimum, you wouldn't want him?
On the minimum, front center? You want to do it?
Third center on the team. I feel like, he
No.
had obviously a great
Just
first
no.
half. A great first half of last year. I think some of it was not real. I think some of it was real. But the Suns, given the fact that they've spent like $600 million on 4 players and do not have anything except for vet minimums to go around for the rest of the roster, they've done a really good job to fill out. And like, I mean, if he could like help you win 1 or 2 playoff games, like worth it.
I mean, size is important, to have on the team. But like you said, the other things that he can do as far as just be that guy who can actually dribble, create a shot, do those things.
And I don't understand why everybody's talking about Wemby when we've already seen
We've got a Wemby.
everything in Bol Bol already.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
Also, I feel like this would be the appropriate time to acknowledge and say farewell to the other tall, lanky guy who never played. The Bulls day before yesterday?
Yes.
Officially waived Marko Simonovic, former second-round draft pick, / Summer League hero
hardly
of
knew
yesteryear. He never played.
Yeah.
Tall, lanky, never played.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get Bull.
Never lost. But yeah, you don't let Marco stop you from getting Bull. Just give up on lanky guys who
My
are tall.
Marco
just
Bull
after
comparison
Marco.
is completely inappropriate.
It's super
and
inappropriate.
based in no facts whatsoever.
all.
But I'm sticking to it.
Because he'll actually make an NBA roster. That's the difference right there,
That's
man.
just, it's on brand. Let him have it.
Oh, fair point. You know what? It's Vegas. He's got the guns out.
So
it's all good.
Oh,
all
dude,
right.
guns are out.
Guns are blazing.
Gams are out.
Guns gams. Guns and gams, baby.
I'm sure Bulls Nation wants to know, Big Dave.
Yes, sir.
Now that Marco's departure is in the offing,
yeah.
how is he getting out of town? Is he a van
Well-
candidate, or
well-
does he get a nicer ride than a rusty, broken down van out of town?
Oh, no, let me tell you right now, he gets a van.
He's
There's
getting
no
a
doubt
van.
about it.
He's
gets
getting a van.
He doesn't get like Felicio level van. You know what I mean? He doesn't get that because he was a nice guy. You know what I mean?
Are you saying Marco's
No,
not
no,
a nice
let me
guy?
finish. He was a nice guy. I'm talking about when he's playing, as far as we didn't see him play.
Yeah.
He was just a nice guy, because he didn't get in the game. He's like, that's him. Felicio stole money and played, and they played him minutes on an NBA team, and it was the worst thing in the world. I hated it so much. But Marco, we knew what Marco was. We got it. We understood it. He was G League affiliate. He get you 20 and 10 in the G League, but he'll never play, NBA. I'm interested to see if he does land with somebody because, like you just saw, every team needs size and stuff like that. We'll see. We'll see how it happens. But he gets a van, no doubt. He didn't make the roster. He gets a van, but I'll make sure there's some seats in there. You know what I mean? It won't be Felicio level, trust me. You know what I mean? It won't be that level, but it was washed. You know what I mean? The engine was right. The tires were cool, and there's a seat, and he won't be blindfolded. So he'll be all right.
Here's the thing about like Summer League and the G League.
Tenant windows.
You have some players that dominate at that level,
True.
but it doesn't translate. You have some players who don't do well at that level because you're putting the ball in their hands, and that's not really their game.
Yeah.
Like maybe Dalen, maybe that's kind of what happened with Patrick Williams a couple of years ago. I think Billy Donovan got a lot of flack for not playing Marco, for not playing Dalen, and it's like maybe he just knows more than we do, and those guys weren't good enough to crack the rotation.
I don't agree. Well, I agree he knows more than I do. I definitely agree with that. There's no doubt about it. He knows way more than I do. But I think Marco couldn't play. We saw that. We understood that. Dalen, I felt like there were spots and times where you could have got him out there as far as your team was lacking on energy in certain things. And that's the only thing I wanted him out there for was the energy to get things going. Because there were several games. And you remember me yelling about this. Like, the energy was just low on the team. And it was just
You need more
monotonous,
goonsmanship.
man. Say again?
You need more goonsmanship.
You need more goonsmanship. You crafted that one?
Yeah.
You crafted? I
For
like
you.
it. Okay.
I've had it ready.
But he needed that. I knew every time you get out there, you need somebody who's going to crash the boards, who's going to, dive on the floor, get you those 50-50 balls. Spot minutes, Just give me 2-3 minutes of that. Fine, great. We got the end. We good. We got it. All right, we're out. Let's go. He can go sit down. But I felt there was times he should have been in there for that over guys like Derrick Jones Jr. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm excited to hear what our PHNX friends think about the addition of Bull. People in the comments are Eco Bean. What's up, Eco Bean? Always a
Eco.
pleasure to see you here.
Shout out.
Saying Bull will be an all-star.
Okay. I hope so. Shout out to him, man. I'm not against him, man. You know what I mean? But,
Somebody took their sunny side early today. Wow. Demand 1599 saying Bull before he got injured was considered to be a top pick in the draft. Like, yeah, okay, I get like Bull has potential, but I mean,
Anthony Bennett was a top pick in the draft. Like,
If-
it just doesn't always work that way.
if the Orlando Magic say that they have no use for you, well, I mean, where do you go from there?
well, that team has a lot of size, too. You
That's
know what I mean? So
true.
it was hard for him to get on the floor with the kind of way they were constructed.
Yeah.
So he's going to get on the floor in Phoenix. They need bodies, all right? He's getting on the floor, bro. So, and you can't take it's not a big risk,
No.
for a guy like
third
that.
center minimum. That's
Yeah,
fine. Go.
yeah, that's fine. For a guy who could potentially be something.
Yeah.
It's not a big thing. Shout out to him.
A
man.
big thing. Well, yeah, so it's not a done deal yet. It
Right.
just Sham said that the Suns are the front runners
Yeah.
to sign Bull. So we'll
Okay.
see if that continues to develop later on.
Shout out Shams.
later today. Dave's new best friend. One of Dave's new 1,865 best friends.
Shout out to him. I just like when I told him, I was like, dude, 19 hours? That's a lot. He said it should have been more. I was like, this dude, this is why he is who he is.
Context, in case any of y'all missed that was the average screen time that he shared a screenshot of after free agency week.
Average screen time
19 hours a day.
He wanted more. He was hungry. He want more. And so that's why he is who the hell he is, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Shane.
He's going to need like a futuristic eye transplant of some kind if he spends any more time glued to those screens.
Anybody can do it, it's Shams. It's going to be right, too.
That's true, man. That's true.
Shout out,
it's
man.
like phone. How many phones do you think he has?
In my head, they're spread out like this on the floor. He takes a breath, and then he goes to work.
It's like those competitive Rubik's Cube people, who try to set the world records for Rubik's Cubes, but it's just Shams and phones.
No, man, just watching greatness is fun. Like watching Will Wright, you know what I mean? It's like watching that greatness happen. It's fun to watch. It really is. Like,
and I really did not want to write today.
But you was in the zone.
But then I saw Darnell wrote, and I was like, God damn it.
Shout out to our guy, Darnell.
We'll try to get him on the show.
Good hanging with him yesterday.
Yeah, it was cool
and I just read that column you put up earlier this morning, Will, and it's awesome. Go check out Will's latest covering day one of Summer League, ALLCHGO.com.
Yes.
All right, let's take our second break. Then we'll come back with a few more thoughts. We'll talk about Adama Sanogo, Bulls undrafted addition, who got some tick yesterday. And Nate Darling, Yago dos Santos, any and all other thoughts y'all have in the comments about the Bulls' first Summer League game.
Yeah.
And they have another game on deck today.
Yeah.
Hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so yet while we're sharing these words from our friends and sponsors. Big Dave, who's next?
So, Baby Joey's in Vegas.
Baby Joey is always around.
He's in Vegas, man. I've seen where he was. He said he couldn't talk right now. He was doing security for Wemby. So he couldn't talk. He's like, there's an open position, so he's like, I'm doing security right now.
Did Baby Joey slap Britney Spears the other day?
No, he said he didn't say that. He's the replacement of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He didn't tell. I asked him how the guy,
they need
got
a
rid of him.
Non-violent security guard.
I asked him how he got rid of him. He just didn't say anything. He didn't even text me back. He just saw the three dots and stopped.
I miss regular Joey.
So do I.
Shout out Joey, man.
Love
Shout out
Joey.
Joey. We'll see you soon, bro. But Baby Joey's holding it down.
Always.
All I know is I woke up in my bed and there was a note right there on my bed.
That's terrifying.
And it said, baby on it.
It just said the word baby?
It just said the word baby. That's how I do, man. I told you, he's cryptic, bro.
It was either Joey or Glenn Davis.
I don't know how he got in. I had the locks on, but he was Joey or Glenn Davis. It was Baby Joey, man. Because when I opened the note.
There's an ad read in here somewhere, you guys.
It is.
We promise.
I promise it's coming.
Okay.
Because when I opened the note, you know what the note said? It said they never understood.
They never
understood. They ain't get it. Why? Why do these glasses cost so much? That's what he wanted to know. That's what upsets Baby Joey. These glasses costing so much money.
Too much.
He don't get it.
Too
he
much.
just wants to look cool and not pay a lot of money for it. But guess who else feels this way? Shady Rays. That's who feels that way, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't understand why you got to pay so much money to get premium polarized shades on your beautiful face. So they did something about it. Independent Sunglasses Company offers that world-class product just as good as any expensive pair you ever put on your beautiful face. The durable frames, the extremely clear optics for your outdoor, and as these two gentlemen also proven, your indoor adventures. And of course, the Matt Peck Lost and Broken Replaces plan. Hat, smack, crack, going against the wall.
I'm not doing a real hat throw because we're, at a nice
trust me, I understood.
restaurant / bar / sports book.
And you don't want to see a hat literally stick in a wall.
Innocent strays.
He's like Zorro with this. He's me with it. But if he goes against the wall, they will break in half. But guess what? You send that back to Shady Rays, they will send you the brand new pair for free. That's it. And of course, also, let's say you get a pair, you saw the GOAT, you're looking at the GOAT right now, and you say, you know what, I can look this cool. I should be the Quaff King. I'm going to get these glasses. And then you get them and you say, oh my God, I cannot look like this because only one person can look this way. Well, guess what? You send those pair back in, you get one that fits you. As long as you send it in for free within 30 days is what it's going to be for you. You won't get no calls, sir. As long as it's within 30 days, get the shades that fit you, y'all. No risk when you shop, and they always got your back. So, exclusively for the listeners out there, Shady Rays giving away the best deal of the season. Go to ShadyRays.com. Use the promo code CHGO. Get yourself 50% off of 2+ pairs of premium polarized Shades. I apologize, Allie, for what's about to happen. Try for yourself! The glasses that are rated 5 stars for over 250,000 people. Because it's Shady Rays, y'all. Well, the Rays are, so damn shady.
Oh, so damn shady. Today's CHGO Bulls also brought to you by who else? Circa
else?
Resort and Casino.
Damn right.
Hanging out right here, right now, Victory Burger Bar. Circa Resort, Vegas's first ever adults-only casino resort, which I honestly really like that. So they check your ID at the front door of the Circa Resort and Casino, which means once you're in, you don't get ID'd every time you want a drink. You don't get ID'd every time you go up to a new table on the casino floor. They just check your ID once, and you're in.
And you don't like kids.
I love that feature. Hey, well, with two major exceptions, yeah, I don't like kids. Kids should not be in casinos.
Yes.
What are they doing here? What can they do?
Well, Baby Joey.
Adults
There were kids walking around at 2 in the morning, like on Fremont Street.
Where were their parents?
2 in the
They
morning?
were with their parents.
I saw-
at
They
2
were
in the
with
morning.
their-
I saw a mom
It was
pushing
I'm not
a
kidding, like 7-year-olds.
sleeping
Oh my
infant
God.
in a stroller at 2:30 in the
I'm
morning.
like, what are you
Whoa.
doing?
It's wild that I just saw it and was like, oh, yeah.
Wait,
Oh, yeah,
that's
sure.
yeah.
was one of them
That's all
Baby Joey?
No, he's never in the stroller.
Okay.
Baby
Yeah,
Joey
he don't
was
roll
pushing
it.
the stroller.
Baby Joey got security guards surrounding him, even though he's doing security. So, he was walking as soon as he came out.
That checks
At
out.
14 days, he was walking.
Baby Joey loves the fact that Circa has the world's largest sports book.
Yes.
The 3-story stadium-style sports book, the one that's right behind us right now. There's also the delicious food from Victory Burger and Wings, where we are hanging out right
Smells
now.
amazing.
Tons of VIP seating. You got the Dugout Club, the Legends Club, the Champions Club, the Circa Club Upper Deck, the Circa Club Lower Deck, North and South stands. Then there's the other thing, and I am so excited for this because we're
the
doing
other
our
thing?
show there tomorrow.
Okay.
The Circa Resort Stadium Swim.
What?
My view out my room here at Circa is of Stadium Swim, and it
Word.
looks even more glorious in person than it does in pictures and videos.
You can't wait,
4,000 person capacity pool deck, bar, and sports book all in one. Like 3 or 4 story screen of just TVs with sports on them.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's open 365 days a year. 6 pools, 2 spas, 15,000 square feet of wet space. 2 swim bars, cabanas available, super cabanas available that can hold up to 50 guests.
Wow.
What else do you need
Wow.
from a Vegas spot to chill?
Yeah.
Circa is our home base this weekend, and we could not be more thrilled that it is because everywhere we look, there's awesome stuff.
True
And it's
indeed.
also so clean. This
Yes.
is one of the cleanest casinos that I've ever been in Vegas.
That is
It's
true,
also
man.
one of the nicest hotel rooms I've ever stayed in.
Yeah,
It
very
is so nice.
Very quiet.
I got a couch.
Yep.
I got a desk.
Yes.
I got a chair. I got
Yes.
a giant bed. Like
Truly.
It's
So
beautiful.
it's
And the showers
Showers
are
are super
amazing, bro.
The rainfall shower.
Man, listen.
Dude,
Amazing
it
stuff.
is a big difference
I
maker.
might never leave.
Yes. Yes. Never leave.
Never. If he
Never
eventually
lost.
does,
Never lost.
then you should take Will's vacated room when he
Yes.
finally leaves. The next time you come to Vegas, plan your trip around staying at Circa Resort and Casino because this place rocks.
Yes.
If you like gambling, if you like sports, if you like awesome pool decks, if you like delicious restaurants, you can get all of them here.
Yes.
And an amazing shower in your bathroom of your hotel. Thank you, Circa Resort, for putting us up this weekend. This place is awesome. We're thrilled to be
appreciate
here. Check out Circa Resort and Casino the next time you swing through Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And big shout out to their concierge as well, because when we got here and our room was, the way they handled our luggage and took care of us, it wasn't any problems at all, man. It was all smooth and all cool. And I appreciate stuff like that. They're
And-
removing stress from you. That's what they do over
That's
here.
all. That's all I need to do.
Oh,
and
it's
they crushed it.
Oh, you know what else we like here?
What's that?
Beer.
Oh yeah,
We like beer.
love beer.
That's what he does. Matt, you know,
what he does.
that's what we do.
I
you
haven't
know.
switched from coffee to beer yet, but
Yeah.
But it's coming.
That's imminent.
I haven't
As,
had. I
as
haven't had
imminent
coffee.
as Julian Phillips signing his contract.
Yes, I haven't had coffee. That's how it goes, baby. But the Goose Island Beer Company is who we roll with. Why? Because they're awesome. Other, because they're delicious. And third, I said they're delicious. That's why we roll with them, man. The Goose Island Beer Company, man, supported
Honk honk.
CHGO. This is how we roll, man. And of course, all the wonderful beers they have. I just called that. The Goose Island IPA, the 6-time medal winner at the Great American Beer Fest. No fluke wins. No, like, oh, you won 1 year, oh, you won 2 years. 6 times. You know who else knows about 6? Chicago. Bulls. That's how we roll, baby. Yes, delicious beer. The tropical beer hug, or as I like to call it, the Herb Lawrence. The 9.9% alcohol. Dangerously easy to drink or chug, as I watched Herb do, and I'm still amazed by it every day I wake up. 312 Wheat Ale, which is the classic, and of course, the one we love, the Full Pocket Pilsner.
Love that
the
Pocket
everyday
Pils.
beer, y'all. It's what the brewers are drinking, and what the people who drink what the brewers are drinking are also drinking. Yes, so go to the Goose Island Original Brew House on Clybourne Avenue in Lincoln Park, or their tap room on Fulton Street in Westtown, and grab that ultra fresh exclusive brew that is Brewery Fresh. Delicious. The Goose Island Beer Company, the true taste of Chicago. It's Chicago's beer.
Chicago's beer.
Chicago beer.
Delicious. All right, guys, we got a little bit of time left. A few more thoughts from yesterday's game. What did y'all think of Adamas Sanogo, the member of the UConn Huskies championship team, NCAA title winners? Went undrafted. Bulls picked him up as an undrafted free agent. He got some tick in yesterday's game.
Yeah.
The thing that stood out to me was his upper body, his frame. That dude has muscles I didn't even know existed.
He's not.
in this area, this square area of arms, chest, and shoulders. That dude is thick.
He is a
Thick.
tree trunk, that guy.
Yo, did it make you want to do some push-ups or anything like that?
No.
No, you just stared in amazement like that? That was it?
It made me want to have my arms resting at my side and never do a push-up ever again because I was exhausted looking at how many muscles he had.
Oh, my God. Yo, but yes, he looked honestly like I thought he would look, to be real with you. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, he's a big man. I knew he was going to step out and shoot the three. I knew that was going to happen. I didn't want him to, but I knew it was coming. It's fine. He shot 35%. You keep the floor balance. They weren't like bad threes that he was forcing. You know what I mean? They were open. You take the shot. It's all right. I didn't have a problem with that. Saw him inside. Yeah, he's nice inside. It was cool, you know. But I wasn't like over the moon of it. You know, it was like, yeah, it's a cool player. Let me see him again today and start, you know, picking out little tiny things, you know what I'm saying, and watching a little more closely. But it didn't leap off the court to me, but it was cool. That's the best way I can say it. I was like, yeah, he can play basketball. And he's huge, as Matt says.
The big thing, the exciting thing about him was the finishing, right? Like that was supposed to be his kind of calling card, but only finished 2 for 8. Obviously, he had the 0 for 2 on threes, so 2 of 6 inside the paint. Little disappointing, but first game. I mean, I think that he just needs to get some more touches. He needs to get in there. Definitely not like a world beater, but I thought, you know, there's some positive stuff to work through. 3 steals, a block. I mean, 4 rebounds in only 18 minutes. So he'll I think he'll get some more opportunity. I expect him to look a little bit better today. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it actually. So we'll see.
Maybe he'll get some more minutes in today's game. Not sure if he's going to find himself a home here. Maybe we're talking about a Windy City Bulls All-Star potentially to see if he has what it takes to get to the NBA level. I saw several other people in the comments wanting to give a shout-out and props to Yago dos Santos. So did I.
Yes.
Because his 3-ball looks smooth as hell. Yeah. He was 3 of 6 from downtown in yesterday's game, finished with 9 points. Also had 4 boards and dished 5 assists. He's got some pretty slick handles as well. Yeah. If you're unfamiliar, he is from Brazil, and he's been playing professionally in the German league. Okay. And found his way onto the Bulls Summer League roster. I don't know if we're talking actual, making the Bulls squad potential here. Correct. But in a kind of blah Summer League game where you were looking for things to be excited about or interested in without Julian Phillips out there, I thought Yago dos Santos, Duke at ball. He's confident.
Yeah, solid. That was the word I had for it, watching him play. I was like, this is a solid basketball player right here. You hit the open shots when you have them. You make yourself known on defense. I'm not saying he was out there world-beating guys, but he made his presence felt, on the defensive end. And I still don't know if he can run that position, that point, because it was just more catch and shoot, not watching him really create the shot or anything like that. But yeah, he was solid. He understands the game of basketball, which is, I'm telling you, this is stuff I look for in Summer League. Like, can you play? Do you understand the game? Can you do these things? Okay, bet. Now I can move on. Because that's how I look at when I first see you. You know what I mean? Those are the things I kind of looking at you as, especially if you didn't get drafted. Those things I don't worry about if you got drafted. But if I don't know you like that, I'm like, yeah, I got to start you at step 1. And that's why I was starting him at. Not saying he doesn't, I just didn't know him. So just watching him play, though, it was exciting seeing three-point shots not only be taken, but actually go in as well. That was cool, too, for him. So we'll see. I'll be watching him again today.
So you know how in the NBA, players are like, if you're listed at 6'7", but you're really like 6'5" and a half?
Yeah.
He is listed at 5'10", and I'm pretty sure he's like 5'8". He is so little. But he got a shot off. He had a couple of pull-up threes.
He did.
I'm obviously a fan because he's Brazilian.
Okay.
Which is very cool.
Shout out. That's what goes second home.
Yep.
Yes. And, yeah, I mean, I thought he looked pretty good. The fact that he's so small makes it difficult for him to, like, get into the paint at all.
Sure.
But the fact that he was operating almost exclusively on the perimeter, he still had a couple assists. Was able to get a shot off. Had a couple of like turnovers that I don't think were his fault.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked what I saw. I'm excited to watch him again and maybe talk to him about Sao Paulo or something.
Do you want to see him? Do you want to see him just handle the ball more on his own? Like, because there was a couple times he and Dalen were out there. It was more Dalen handling than him.
Yeah. So the first half, and this was by design, Dalen was basically playing point guard.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, they put the ball in Javon Freeman Liberty's hands. And while he was out, Yago de Santos' hands.
Yeah.
So I thought that was fine. I mean, I think they want to get a look at him. They maybe like they have a thing for smaller point guards. Like Karlik is really small. He's my height. Maybe they just think he can really shoot it off the dribble, and you kind of need that. But I mean, I don't expect him to be on the NBA roster. But if he can get a spot on the Windy City Bulls and light it up down there, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Brazil Popular in the comments saying, that's them, Brazil three-point shooting. I loved it.
There's so many Brazilian Bulls fans, too. It's really cool to have somebody that can represent them.
That's what happens when you have a legend of the game like Cristiano Felicio on your roster for a few years.
Good for him, man. Good for Felicio for taking Jerry's money. Rondo made him look real good. Rondo and D-Wade helped him out.
He earned those $32 million.
Guaranteed.
Shout
to him for that. I'm not mad at him for that.
Speaking of Felicio's 32 guaranteed, I bumped into Gar in the men's room at the Thomas Mack Center yesterday.
You didn't put a plastic bag over his head. This is growth.
No,
goodness.
I let him be.
That's minor about what I just said.
The temptation was there. To at least mutter something under my breath that he could have for sure heard.
Piece of shit.
But
you didn't do anything? You didn't say hello?
Hello? That man does not deserve a hello from me.
Shout out, Gar. Gar's my guy. Gar's always been cool to me, man.
Hey, man, he's here scouting for what, the Pelicans now?
Yes.
So.
Good luck with that.
Doing a solid job, scouting.
Not my chair, not my problem.
There you go.
We are just about out of time. Anything you guys want to see in the Bulls' second game today against the Grizzlies coming up? 4 p.m. tip-off Vegas time, 6 p.m. Chicago time. Bulls, Grizzlies, what are we looking for?
This Grizzlies team is stacked. They have Jake LaRavia, who was a first-round pick last year. David Roddy was a first-round pick. They've got Vince Williams Jr., who was an undrafted guy, but a lot of people really liked him high in the second round. They've got Gigi Jackson, who was going to be like the top pick in next year's draft, reclassified, had kind of a tough year at South Carolina, but he's a prolific scorer. So I'm excited to see him. They've got a lot of talent on this team. I'm curious to see how the Bulls kind of stack up against that.
Yeah, I want to see Darling. Again, man. I like the way he looked. You know what I mean? Everything was true to form of just a basketball player to me, especially the shooting as well.
Bulls leading scorer yesterday with 15 points.
Yeah, I like the shooting that he played. He played with a lot of confidence, and I kind of like that. So I want to see him a little more.
I want to see a Justin Lewis game.
Yeah.
We were glad to have him back and in action yesterday, but he was rusty, expectedly so. I want to see Justin Lewis put his stamp on this game today.
All right.
The Bulls are going to need some of these guys to step up because I think this Grizzlies team, as you were just kind of running down some of their key guys, is going to be a much tougher test than that Raptors team that they faced yesterday. No disrespect to that Raptors team, but the Bulls are in for a tough one today.
All right. Let's roll.
We're here.
Let's get it.
Thank you for hanging out with us here at Victory Burger in Circa Resort and Casino. Thank you for hanging out with us on YouTube. Everybody in the comments, appreciate you for being here with us as always. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out if you haven't done so yet.
That one.
Go read Will's column breaking down day one of NBA Summer League action for the Bulls on allchgo.com if you have not done that yet. You can follow Will, all of his Summer League updates, Will_Gottlieb on Twitter. Big Dave is at Bow Bow. BAWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Follow along. Hashtag CHGO Vegas.
Yeah.
Hashtag ALLCITY Vegas.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody here, our ALLCITY fam. Shout out to our production crew today. Allie,
Yes.
everybody else doing a hell of a job. Our
Kale.
guy Kale. Everybody's working
Archie
hard
around here.
We got
Yeah.
Nuggets coming up next. DMVR Nuggets.
Let's go.
Dude, this is fun. This is
Yeah.
too much fun. We'll do another show
Michaela, shout out.
tomorrow from the Stadium Swim here at Circa. Everybody enjoy Bulls basketball, Grizzlies, 6 p.m. Chicago time tip-off later today. We will talk to you after the fact. For everybody here at Circa Resort and Casino and ALLCITY Network, CHGO Bulls saying thanks for tuning in. See you, Red. Be good.
Peace.